Hey guys, welcome to another Chapter IT Bite Size. In this session we're going to continue on from part 1 and we're going to be looking at editing text using Microsoft Word. Okay, so let's get going. Back in part 1 we looked at different ways of editing text. Alright, now part of that session of part 1 we looked at bold, we looked at italics, we looked at the underline, we looked at the type of font that we were looking at, we were looking at the size of font that we were using. We also looked at this key here, which was the changing of case. We can change the sentence case to lowercase, uppercase, and capitalize these words, so on and so forth. We also looked at the background of each of the sentences, and we also looked at the color of the text. As part of the first session, we also looked at left align, center, right align, and justify text. Okay, and we also looked at the undo button as well. All right, now in this session, we're going to carry on with looking at the tab home, and we're going to look at these icons here. Okay, so the first one is bullet points. Now sometimes if you're creating a document, you may need to specify certain parts of the document with a bullet point. And the way we do this is we put our insertion point at the beginning, and all we do is we tap on the bullet point and there we have it. Okay, it creates a bullet point. Now if I was to put it in front of all of these, it would just create each point. Excellent. Okay, and if you notice, each sentence has moved itself along and added a little bullet point. Now we can also change these bullet points to numbering if we wish, and this little icon here is numbering. So if we just tap on numbering, it changes the bullet points into numbers, as you can see, 1, 2, 3. Now if we were to put our bullet point, our insertion point here, and click on the numbers, it may just turn into a 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we don't want that. We want it to continue with our numbering. So we want that 1 to be a 4. So we can go here and we can continue numbering, and it changes the 1 to a 4, and then it continues all the way down the document. All right. Now, if we decide that we've made a mistake and we want to go back, we can use the undo button and we can just carry on going until we get to the very beginning once again. All right, so we have complete control over the documents. Now, the next one along, okay, is similar to the numbering. However, we can add something after it if we've got a bullet point to make or a numbering to make and we need to add something as well. We can actually have an A and a B after, or we can have a 1.1, 1.1.1 or 1.2, okay, depending again on what's involved within the document. So we can have that. Also, if we decide that we want to change the indent, okay, of the line, we can increase the indent or decrease the indent. So if we click on increase the indent, you will notice that it increases the indent. The indent is the gap between the edge of the page and your text. Okay, so what we'll do now, we'll just decrease the indent and bring it back to where it was before. This button here is all about the line and paragraph spacing. Now if I was to put my insertion point here, we can decide the distance between this line here and this paragraph here. So if we were to go here and line spacing options, we can decide the spacing. All right, now we can change it there, or we can actually use the little shortcuts here. So if we decided to have 2.0, we just tap on that and it will increase the distance between each of the lines, and we can also make it smaller as well and go back to the way it was before. All right, so I hope that helps. And in the next session, we're going to continue with looking at different features within the Insert tab. Okay, so thanks very much, and I'll speak to you again.